a hopeful, a year full of promise that is bound to bring us peace, prosperity, excitement. Take our awareness level to another step where we are closer to the truth as part of this blissful new year. So, I was thinking about this New Year Day yesterday, and it is a joyous day in the sense that all the friends call each other, we call our relatives, we call our loved ones, and we wish each of them a happy new year. Now, the question is, if we wish our loved ones a happy new year for next year, was the last year not a happy one? And the year after, should that not be a happy one? Why are we singling out every new year and wishing for it to be happy? For a person that has enriched his mind, for a person that has connected his mind to the boundless bliss around him, every year is a happy new year. It is something that is granted. Every day is a happy one. Every moment is a blissful, happy moment. For that is your true state. For that is your natural state. You know, we all pursue different things as part of our life. We want a better job. We want a position of authority. We want a position of importance. We want social status. We want more material. We want more friendship. The underlying theme in all of that pursuits, the underlying theme in all of those goals is the pursuit of happiness. So, I would like to share one statement from Ramana Maharshi. Somebody asked him, how can man be happy? How can we be happy? And his answer was, happiness is your true nature. Just come back to your natural self and you will be happy. So in that state, we are all sitting in this wonderful satsang, which is a highly respected forum for pursuing the realization of our true self, pursuing the realization of our own true greatness. And to be able to understand the gravity of our journey, we need to understand what it is that we are going to realize as a benefit when we understand our true self, when we realize our true self. And where are we right now? To summarize that, I'd like to put forth a statement by Robert Frost, a Western poet. He said, men sit around the circle and suppose the truth sits at the center and knows. In Tamil it translates to, மனிதர்கள் வளையத்தை சுற்றி நின்று யூகித்துக் கொண்டிருப்பார்கள். உண்மையோ அந்த வளையத்தின் நடுவே நின்று அறிந்திருக்கும், தெரிந்திருக்கும். So, we all have our truth at the core of ourself. It is driving us towards bliss, while we with our minds sit at the periphery of that truth and lead our life using guess. We just guess how life should be. We just guess what our next day should be and what our next decision should be. For we are not sure about the true greatness of our destiny. So we go into paths that don't lead to our destiny. We go into side paths that lead to dead ends. So we come back, waste our times, and pursue our own true great journey. For there is no other option but to just keep pursuing that blissful and happy journey. So happiness is our birthright, dear friends. And let us understand how a life of true greatness can be. Let us understand how a life that is truly realized in terms of our own true greatness can be. So, if you look at a self-realized person, you see them surrounded by humanity. You see love flowing through them to the whole of humanity and effortlessly. Humans flock to a self-realized person. Their life becomes an example for people that are desperate and go to them for guidance. So likewise, the most important need of the hour is love. Humanity is plagued with numerous problems. Our families are plagued with day-to-day problems. We struggle to provide love to our own siblings. So, dear friends, we were looking at how we are truly entitled to a constantly blissful life, and how we should understand the difference between how a life of true greatness can be, how a life of true happiness can be. So we know where we need to get to and where our life currently is, and how our life currently is based on decision making from guesses where we are not sure about our path. So a life of truth essentially radiates effortless love. Effortless love between life partners, effortless love within the family, effortless love within your professional circle and your friend circle. So imagine a life where everyone wants the best for you, and you are spending every minute of your life planning on how you can make your friends happy, your family members happy. Imagine a life where you spend every moment forgiving others for their shortcomings and just planning for how to successfully accomplish your duty, how to repay your dues, how to elevate the quality of lives around people that are most important to you. Imagine a life where you strengthen yourself doing the thing that you love most, which is making others happy. Imagine a life of bliss that you're totally immersed in. I remember at this moment a poem by Vallal Peruman, Ramalinga Vallalar. He describes sweetness, the sweetness that radiates from the words of a truly self-realized person. He says, "Van kalanda manika vasaga, nin vasagattai naan kalandu paadungal, நற்கருப்பஞ் சாற்றினிலே தேன் கலந்து வான் கலந்து என் ஊன் கலந்து என் உயிர் கலந்து செழுங்கனி தீஞ்சுவை கலந்து உவட்டாமல் இனிப்பதுவே. See how we just think sugar is just sweetness, but you keep on adding the best of sweetness to it, and it still doesn't bore you, it still doesn't frustrate you. That is the kind of sweetness in your life that you're entitled to. Dear friends, we practice Suryatit meditation. In that process, we stretch our mind into the vastness of this universe and into the space beyond that, into the bliss beyond that. And we purify our mind so that we remove our mind from any clutches that pulls our awareness closer to our senses and makes it so light enough so that it merges into the vastness of the energy. What happens then when you are successful at that? It is not a Herculean task. It is very easy when you follow self-realization as a way of life. When you are successful at that, the effortless love that we were talking about becomes your natural gift. The whole energy of the universe is behind you. You are never short of energy. The whole intelligence of this universe, the whole perfect intelligence of this universe becomes your own intelligence. The entire beauty of this universe, the entire beauty of nature around you becomes your own artistic cupboard for you to look at exclusively and enjoy that. You enjoy the smile of your child. You enjoy the shyness of your wife. You enjoy the majestic decision making of your friend. You enjoy everything around you. So that is the life of truth. But where are we right now? Let us look at that part. We all say that we practice yoga as a day-to-day activity. We all say that we bless. We all say that we are confident in our life. But in truth, where are we? Where we really are? When we talk to somebody, do we bless them? When we talk to somebody that we don't like, do we still bless them? When we get up in the morning, do we get up blessing everyone around us and blessing the entire world? Do we go to sleep thanking everyone, blessing everyone? Do we eat our food with duty, thanking those that helped us get that food? Is that balance present in our life? Do we forgive those that helped us learn a lesson? Do we forgive those that did not satisfy us? Do we still do our duty to us even though they did not behave to our own happiness? Do we forgive our own loved ones when they do not behave to our own expectations? Are we flexible enough to still lead a life of love when things are not happening to our expectations? That is what we need to think about in this auspicious day. So one of the most important things that we need to develop as practitioners of yoga is forgiveness and flexibility and adaptability. We should adapt, we should accept shortcomings around us, for none of us, including us, are perfect. We should do our duty and help others in spite of shortcomings from others. எவர் மூலம் ஒரு துன்பம் வந்த போதும் ஏற்புக்கொள்வோம். வினை தீர்க்கும் மருந்தேயாகும். ஏற்பு எண்ணத்தை உயர்த்தி கடமையில் உறுதி கொள்வோம். ஏற்பு பிறர் தூற்றலுக்கும் ஈகை பிறர் நலத்திற்கும் செய்தே வாழ்வோம். Which means, doesn't matter who hurts you. Let us just accept it and forgive it. For it is a medicine that cleans our soul. In spite of shortcomings around us, let us raise our level of awareness and thought and do our duty without fail. Let us never fail in our duty. If somebody hurts us, let us accept and forgive. And when somebody suffers, let us go to their help, regardless of if they are dear to us or if they are far from us. So, let us take that auto-suggestion as we enter into this new year and resolve to raise the level of our love. Let us resolve to raise the level of our attitude in terms of collaborating with others that are not perfect. For that will help our social network collaboratively realize our shortcomings and collaboratively work towards raising the collective quality of our life. For that is the need of the hour. We need an atmosphere of cooperation. We need all our friends, we need all our members to transcend their inhibitions. Just because somebody is different, let us still see the positives in others. Let us extend a branch of peace. Let us forgive. Let us look at this world with an air of love. And let us truly enjoy, let us relax our life, let us truly enjoy the beauty around us. Let us let the stress inside of our mind fly out of our mind. So, if we take up resolutions like this and leave the guesswork out of our mind and put our mind on a sure footing that is at the core of our soul and connect ourselves to our roots, then the new year will be prosperous and peaceful for all of us. And the peace that radiates from our way of life will uplift the entire humanity around us. And that is how we can realize our vision of world peace at the World Community Service Center. And today we have started a noble effort in terms of continuing this dialogue, highlighting the leadership at different levels through different masters, taking the message of our spiritual father, Sri Vethathiri Maharishi, to the masses, recording this wonderful word of blessing, recording the wonderful word of peace, and putting it out there in the internet for the world to know. And let us bless for that effort to be successful and culminate at the end of this new year at a new level where we are planning great things for the ensuing year and taking our mission one step closer to the vision of our spiritual father, which is individual peace, family peace, and finally world peace. Be blessed by the divine. May the whole world enjoy prosperity, happiness, and peace.